Hey guys, you're just gonna have to kind of bear with me because I'm not really feeling like myself right now. But I wanted to make a video while I'm feeling like this and just share and maybe bring about some understanding for what's going on with me. Um, I know I do have other friends that deal with anxiety attacks, panic attacks, anxiety issues, a lot of friends who deal with depression. And I found that it's even harder as a Christ believer to really deal with it on a daily basis because we're supposed to have faith and we're not supposed to be afraid and we're supposed to know better, but there are physical things and physiological things that happen whenever just this one little thought, just one little weird little thought can come about, and then it can just throw me, and I know many other people, into just this myriad of symptoms that make you feel almost like you're dying. And that if you've ever had one, you know what I'm talking about. I'm preaching to the choir. But if you don't, I just want to take some time to explain what happens during my anxiety and my panic attacks so that maybe you'll understand a little better what I'm feeling. Um, it really can be summed up by a feeling of impending doom, or like I'm gonna die or pass out. That's the biggest thing that I feel often when I'm out and about. If I'm at church, if I'm at the grocery store, um, the feeling like I'm gonna just pass out comes to me often, and it's scary because who wants to feel like that? Like they're gonna pass out. I mean, and it almost makes it so that you feel that way. You don't know. Okay, is something really wrong with me? Am I sick? Am I going to pass out? Or is this just anxiety? And often I'll tell myself, this is just anxiety and it's gonna pass. But once the physical, I guess once the adrenaline starts going and the physical junk is happening, it's hard to get out of that. But today something happened that happens to me often and just drives me absolutely buggy. I had to walk out of church. I do not like walking out of church. I do it a lot. I think everybody at church has gotten used to seeing Sarah grab her stuff and bolt out the door. And, I hope that everybody understands and knows what I'm going through and hopefully just prays for me as I leave. Um, and doesn't think that, oh, she's not got any faith, or oh, she's just trying to get out of here before the sermon, or because it drives me buggy that most of the times that I leave, I find out that it's a sermon I really needed to hear, or I miss out on something. And so, that kind of takes me back to spiritual warfare and this really being a battle. There's a lot of things that I did and went through when I was younger that I think really have just put a battlefield in my mind that it's a daily struggle. I mean, it has been years of going through this. And, I did the drinking and stuff like that to cover it up. And yeah, for a while I was good. I was going everywhere. But I didn't have Christ. And I was a wreck. And then I took medicine for it. And while the medicine seemed to work to some extent with some of the physical things, I was still having anxiety attacks. I was calling my mom while I was driving because I felt like I was going to pass out. I was calling my mom in the middle of the night because I was having anxiety attacks. So the medicine, it was as if I was taking a sugar pill or a, placebo. There was no help. So, in case someone's gonna be like, why don't you go back on medicine? That's why. I like not having to take a pill every day, and really and truly it didn't do any good. It really didn't. And I have a lot of my Christian friends are like throwing Bible verses at me. Well, I mean, I know those Bible verses. I have some of them on my wall. I mean, I have it in my head, and I know, fear not, for I am with you. Anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, and a joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. And well, yeah, it does. It does. It's exhausting to go through this all the time. And it's a struggle because I want to believe that when I lay this down at the altar, or when I pray and give this to God, that it's gone then and there, and that it's just like, but it's just not. And so I think that maybe there's a reason that I'm going through this. There's probably many reasons that I'm going through this. It has had its benefits. For all the negative effects that this anxiety has had on me, it has had its benefits. Because, hey, I save a good bit of money. Because I'm not out doing a bunch of stuff. And it's kept me out of trouble. Because basically it's house, church, grocery store. And it's really no way to live. But it's given me a lot of time of reflection. And I've learned a lot during the time that my agoraphobia part has come back. I am really tired of some of the negative stuff. I cannot go out and get a regular job. I just can't. Because I'd get fired within 2 days. Because I wouldn't be able to show up and stay. And I feel like my friends and family members see me as a flake sometimes because I can't commit to things. I can't commit to, for instance, I'd love to join the church choir. Would love to. But I don't want to be the flake. I don't want to be the girl who shows up and then has to dart off the stage. I can't dart off the stage, or is there for a couple weeks and then anxiety hits again and she's gone. So it really does, it's getting in the way of a lot of things. And so, it's just going to continue to be a battle, and I just really need your prayers. And, I don't need the stuff thrown at me that I already know. I just really need your prayers. And just to understand that if I have to bolt out of a place, please don't take it personal, and please don't think I'm a flake. It's just, if I have to bolt at that point, the physical symptoms of the anxiety have gotten so far that if I stay where I'm at and don't just go, I might pass out from hyperventilating or, get sick or throw up, and that's not cool. So, if you could just join me in prayer on this. And, if you have questions about anxiety, if you don't understand anxiety or panic attacks, and it's been years of reading for me, I can probably explain it to you. So if you know someone who has it and you don't know how to support them, feel free to message me and talk to me about it. But so there. That was really drawn out. Oh my goodness. 9.5, almost 10 minutes. Didn't mean to talk that long, but I tend to ramble. Also, when I'm having anxiety attacks, I go on and on and on and on and on. So, there. I hope everyone's having a blessed Sunday.